Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby. Today we're taking a look at the Yakima HighSpeed roof mounted bike rack here on our 2017 Toyota RAV4. Now this can be a great way of getting your bikes off of the back of your vehicle and up onto the top. What that can be great for, if you get a lot of city living, or if you just don't want that extra space on the back of the vehicle, this can be a great way of getting your bike to wherever you want to go. Now right out of the gate, we are going to have a fork mount here today. So this can be great for through axles or quick release options. Basically, to take this guy off, all we have to do, pop open this tab and simply bring our arms off. Now we're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves. We'll leave our bike there for now today, but this can be a great little way. Even if you have those through axles, we don't actually have to use that included attachment. So we're gonna have a host of ways to actually start carrying our bike. Now we actually can get a really nice sliding cradle here too. So it is gonna be pretty versatile for a host of different bikes. So if you have a longer one or shorter one, this guy can accommodate to your different bike needs, which means we aren't gonna be limited on what we actually can throw up on here. Now talking about limitations, we do have a 40-pound capacity for our bikes on here. So you're doing a pretty good job getting most of your standard, even into some of those mountain bike tires, or I'm sorry, mountain bikes. And what that can be great for, those mountain bikes usually do more have those through axles, so you are gonna have that attachment point for those bigger bikes themselves. Now we do have a couple security measures here, and they are going to be just a little bit different depending on what kind of bike you have up on here. Now our first feature here is going to be this torque knob here. And basically what this guy does, when we torque it down, it pushes on the inside here on that clamp system. So that front little that panel right there is going to push down onto our clamp, and that's what's giving us that securance on that front fork. Now this can be locked here, but of course, if we are using that quick release option, this locking system isn't going to work well for us, because all we have to do, pop this quick release and actually take our forks off. But say we are utilizing it like we are today, we have another way of making sure that our bike stays to our carrier when we leave it unattended. On the outside here, you're going to see we just have this little tail whip locking cable here, and that can be pulled through and attached on your inside of your frame. Now, if today we do have our gear housing here on the other side, I might suggest putting it on the other way. That way you're not having those two interact. However, that is gonna be a little harder as it is more inset on your vehicle. So just depending on how your bike's set can make it a little more difficult. Nice though that we have a way of making sure that our bike stays attached to our vehicle when we leave it unattended. Put that guy in, just goes ahead and attaches itself nicely on the inside there. So there actually are some caveats with that locking core setup. Now Yakima does have their awesome same key system. What that allows you to do is get a host of different accessories key to like. However, that prevents them from actually including it innately inside this product. So if we do want to go ahead and utilize those locking cores, we need to pick up some locking cores from etrailer.com. But of course, we can get this key to like with a host of different accessories from Yakima. Now taking a look here at the back wheel, we can actually see how it's held on. We've already mentioned how this cradle can slide, but we do have this ratcheting strap here that's actually holding on our back wheel. We're gonna go ahead and take the bike off. To do so, I just wanna simply press in on my lever and start taking my strip out. Now that our back wheel is actually released, we have a couple ways of actually taking this bike off. We could go ahead and use our torque knob here and back off our mounting plate here. As you guys can see, that's gonna go ahead and release it. I'm just gonna go ahead and back it on really quick just to show us that quick release option. To do so, I just simply pull right here. Now, if you are wanting another security measure too, they actually do have a way to get a locking core right here on this quick release, so you can still keep this quick release system while still having it secured. But to release it, I just simply pull. That's gonna loosen that arm, and I can grab my bike and walk it off. So now that we have our post sitting through here, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how that knob is working. If we did have a through axle or didn't want to use that quick release option, all we have to do is back off this knob, release that plate, and walk it out. Now that our bike is off our carrier, we can go ahead and take a closer look. Now Yakima has these rubber coated metal strips that actually just go underneath your roof rack system, and they come right back up into this middle housing here. To release it, we just simply pull that out. As you can see, it's got a pretty good tension on it right there. This seats itself right here in these hooks, and to tighten it, we just simply bring this screw in that actually tightens down our metal strip. We can bring this latch down once it actually is set, and bring our other one in. So we are going to have two up on near our front wheel and one holding our back end here. As you guys can see, same little system for all three holders. So we're going to have two of those holders up front and one for our back mount as well. One thing to take note as well though, you will see that there is an opening for a locking core here. So if we want a way of making sure that our carrier also stays attached to our vehicle, that can be one more locking core that we can grab to make sure that it stays attached to our vehicle when we leave it unattended. Well, as you guys saw, this can be a great little way of getting your bike on the top of your car. Again, with roof-mounted bike racks, you're saving a lot of space on the back of that vehicle. Makes it very good for city living. That way we're not taking too much room. As well as this guy, I don't think it's adding too much height here with that 4 inches. Not gonna be really ruining the profile of our car. And I'm a big fan of the multitude of ways we can make sure that we are mounting here, as well as with how much security clearance we're getting on here, really making sure that our carrier and our bike stays attached to our vehicle when we leave it unattended. It's always nice to see. Well, again, make sure if you want, you can get those locking cores key to like as well using Yakima's same key system. And I think that about does it for our look at the Yakima HighSpeed roof mounted bike rack here on our 2017 Toyota RAV4. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.